What's up, everybody? Today is March 19th, 2020, officially day 3 of Corona break, I believe. I am trying to hold true with getting out as many times as I can during this little hiatus from work. So today, gonna continue heading up to the river. Gonna be trying to fish a few different spots that I haven't fished yet. They are a little bit further upriver. So where I've been fishing, I've been trying to keep track of like where the perch have been, because once they start making that spawning run, it's a lot easier to find them because they're definitely balled up a lot more than they are right now. They are showing up in numbers, just weird pockets on the river. I've been fishing pretty much anywhere from 2-3 feet of water up to about 30 feet of water. So I have been finding them just kind of like sparsely collected, I guess you could say, in those spots. So I'm hoping by trying a few different spots further upriver and then a few spots towards the mouth of the river, I might be able to pinpoint where they are right now as of mid-March. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll get some fish. Luckily haven't been skunked in a few days, so stay tuned. All right, so today's video is going to be shot from a different perspective. Trying to analyze some of the videos I've made recently, and a few of the things I'm noticing. Nobody's complained, but just watching them, a few things to help provide the best video or film I can. I noticed that when I do it with the head mount, oftentimes I'm trying to show the fish and I'm holding it too high, and then I'm saying, oh, look at this, and then it's just my elbows you're seeing. Also, I just dropped that shrimp. I noticed that if I wear a hat, it just gives you an unflattering view of the brim of my hat. So I'd like to try and, see if this video will give a better perspective of the fishing that we're doing, and I guess dropping of grass shrimp. At least it landed in the water. So I'm at spot number 1. Been fished here since last year, so we'll see if they're around here. I'm a little bit further upriver than I normally fish, but I know that with the warmer water they have been moving. So let's get it out. All right, stay tuned, see how we do. Now the water temp is holding true. It is marking 51 again. 3 straight days of it. Right now it is the top of the tide, so fishing a little bit of a different. It is starting to move. I can see it. It's not moving very quick because I know in this spot when the tide does start moving, the lines are going to get pulled hard to my left, and when that happens, it's time to go. Because right now I'm fishing about 1.5 ounces. I really don't like fishing anything heavier because the issue with that is it's not with the size fish you're catching, you end up fighting the weight more than you are the fish. So if that becomes the case, I'm just going to try and move somewhere where there's a little bit of a current break. All right, so gave spot number 1 20 minutes, multiple casts, and I have yet to have a hit. So instead of wasting time, we're gonna just move. I mean, I still got all my bait with the exception of 1 hook, so that's never a good sign. So we're gonna try another spot, so stay tuned. All right, I'm at spot number 2. It's about half mile, 3/4 of a mile from where I just was. If I don't have any luck here, I'm gonna just keep moving upriver until I find them. So one thing that might factor in today is we did get a hefty amount of rain overnight. According to the weather app I use, we got about 1/4 inch of rain, so that does affect fishing to an extent. I don't think it will slow down the bite, but I think when the salinity level changes, the fish kind of move to find that part of the river that they like with the right, I guess, pH level water, I guess you could say. So we'll see. Might have to move closer to the saltier water today if it seems like the bite's slow. Fish on, let's go. First fish of the day. Don't feel too bad. Feels like a perch. I could be wrong. I'm hoping it's not a goddamn catfish. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, what did I do to deserve this? Cats. Can't get away from them today or this week. The way that thing was fighting, it did not have the death spin that, you know, most of those channel cats have, but I guess it's better than getting skunked, right? So, first fish. All right, we're gonna let this guy go. And off he goes. All right, let's get this back where it's gotta be. Right in the honey hole. All right, something's messing with this. Come on, perch. Fish on. Oh. Let's see what we got. Come on, no catfish, no catfish. Oh yeah, perch. Jumbo perch, let's go. Damn, that's a nice perch. Now, that's a pre-spawn female perch, white perch. Now, how I know? I mean, you could just see its stomach. Here. That way I'm not damaging this fish. That's a nice perch. Now, in a dire situation, if survival were on the line, she would be dinner, but I do believe in conservation, and when they're about to spawn, if I take this out of the river, that takes away, you know, tens of thousands of eggs that are going to get laid. So we're going to let her go. All right, let's let this beautiful female white perch go. There she goes with a reed on her. Oh. Now, what I'm actually doing is fishing the rod to the left shallow and the rod to the right deeper. The spot I'm fishing in, there's a flat that goes out maybe 15, 20 yards, and then the channel, and then another flat. I got one right on the edge of that flat where it meets the channel, and then one in the channel. So far, found a catfish in the deeper water, found perch in the shallower water. Now, I am definitely going to edit out some of the film I shot earlier at the first spot, but because I don't want to put a video up with a million, you know, casts. But just so you know, when I did fish that spot, I did fish different levels of the river. I, you know, put one out by the other meadow, one in the channel, you know, one in the flat, and literally had no hits whatsoever in the time that I was at that spot. So if you're wondering where all that is, I just sparing you guys that monotonous part of today's fishing trip. But when you do find a spot, you know, you definitely have to cast around. If you do start finding them, you'll notice that they are sitting in little spots. So don't give up on a spot just off of 2 casts. Another thing with this type of fishing is it's a lot of sitting and waiting. Oh, there's a hit. If the bite does turn on, I do go back to 1 rod because it is hard to manage 2 rods when they actually are biting pretty well. But right now it's kind of spotty. I mean, I've had a fish every maybe 2 to 3 minutes. It's not like instantaneous when you get it to the bottom, but getting something small hitting on this rod in my hand. Not sure what it is yet. Gonna let it kind of take it. believe they robbed me of my bait. I'm gonna reel it in and check, because I got a few solid hits and then all of a sudden nothing. And yep, see how they just, ooh, they robbed the bottom hook. I will say this, one of the disadvantages of the fishing I'm doing is I'm kind of bound by a clock of when my daughter's gonna get up from her nap. Ideally, I would like to come at the switch of the tide. Right now, the tide is ripping out. I mean, I don't know if you can see the lines, but they're getting drugged to my right, which it doesn't make it ideal, because when there's so much current, these fish don't seem to feed very well. I might try and take a very quick walk up the meadow and see if I can't get somewhere where there's a little less current than what I'm fishing right now. Yeah, I don't have much time, so what I'm gonna end up doing is just reeling in, taking I might actually jog to the next spot, just because time is very valuable to me right now and I don't have much of it. So stay tuned. Let's see if we can't find a few more fish. All right, so taking a little bit of a walk. One thing that is apparent, I'm gonna bring a trash bag next time I'm here. Like, people are, I could use suggestive words, but I don't, because I don't know how many kids actually watch my videos. But don't be a, I guess the word would be scumbag. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, when you're done with your bait cup, throw it away, you know what I mean? Don't leave it out here, because it ends up washing in the water. I mean, look at this. A warning label, hot hands, like, come on. Like, that's disgusting. You should never leave a spot, you know. You should always leave a spot better than what you went to it with. All right, man, we come to that sketchy part of the trip where I don't think I'm athletic enough to make that jump. I also don't want to fall in the water, because then, ooh, I don't know how sturdy that is. Jesus Christ. Oh man, the things you do for fish. I'm like one bad step away from ruining the day. Oh, and I got water in my boots. Well, I hope there's fish over here, because my feet are gonna get cold quick. Tell you, man, I don't have many pet peeves, but getting water in your boots might be one of the worst feelings in the world, especially when it's not warm. But I blame myself on that one. I tried making that step and I didn't believe in myself, I guess. Next time I gotta believe so I don't fall in. But I'm praying there's fish here, because it's gonna probably take me a half hour to get the water out of these boots when I get home. So hopefully it was worthwhile. Let's get that out where it needs to be. If you're watching at home, learn from me. I have waders in my truck, but I was so goddamn lazy today I didn't put them on. I learned a very valuable lesson. If I was wearing waders, that wouldn't have happened. Then if I actually stepped through. Ooh. Little guy. That is a tiny perch. I mean, that guy can't be more than 3 inches, maybe 4 on a good day. So I got both rods out. Only been here for about a few minutes in this new spot. Oh, that looks like something's messing with that. Let me grab that rod. Doesn't feel big, whatever it is. It's tiny hits right now. Ooh, fish on. Ooh. If it is on, I don't know how big it is. It does not feel big. Nope, it's off. I'm beginning to think there's got to be something small hitting these because I keep getting robbed. Small hits and getting... Ooh, see, there it is. Little hit. Fish on. Jeez. Does not feel very big. And it's not very big. See, now I'm figuring out why I'm losing so much bait. Look at this little guy. I mean, just to put in perspective, I don't have huge hands, but I mean, the thing fits in the palm of my hand. Well, it's still a beautiful fish, and it's better than getting skunked, right? Thanks for watching today's video. As usual, if you did like today's video, please subscribe to my YouTube page. Also, you could follow the YouTube page's Instagram. It's 609.fishing. Please do me a favor. If you do watch this video and you do watch the other videos I make, let me know what you prefer. Do you think the chest mount video is better than the head mount? So please just let me know.